Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Controllers Katanas. Sitting here is Ian, aka Relic, and I'm Mottio Cool. And we've got another great episode for you. Loads to go through tonight, so it's going to be a long one. So grab some drinks and let's kick this off. I think we're going to kick it off with some anime because we've got a lot to talk about.
Got a decent amount of stuff to talk about.
What do you want to start with? Because we've got loads of stuff. Loads.
I reckon we kick it off with Lazarus because it's probably my least favourite thing we've watched this week.
I think out of everything though, that is my least favourite at the moment because all the other stuff's so good, mate.
Yeah, it just seems like a really slow burner, doesn't it? Like the best part of this episode was like the small scene where that cat fell on that guy's head, mate. That's dead good. That was. That was pretty much it. The blonde dude wearing the wig and dress was funny. Seems like they've always got him like doing just random stuff, haven't they? Like it's proper extra stuff for him to do.
I like the bit where they see that guy, don't they? That Sam Stevenson, this like dodgy stocks markets guy, and they're all like, "Oh, he looks like a womanizing nonce." That guy does. And then the other guy, is it Doug? Is like, wait, let's not jump to conclusions. And then they look at his socials, and yeah, he is. He's that proper moron, that proper like sleazebag.
Proper odd freak, isn't he?
It's just like, don't jump to conclusions, and they literally look at his socials, like, yeah.
He's like, all right, never mind.
It's gone, mate.
Never mind. But like, it's one of them things where it's very like James Bond-esque, I think, where it's like a proper investigation type thing. There's a little bit of action involved, but this one hits some quite serious topics. Like, obviously, there's the date rape scene where they try and drug all them women.
Yeah, that was a big scene.
Again, yeah, it's like, obviously, these women just trust men with power and money just because they've got power and money, but they just take advantage of them. And then you got some pretty good action scenes here as well, especially where Axel is involved. You know for a fact there's going to be some pretty decent animation with him. And the entire DJ being able to deposit money because he's on tour, I thought was like obviously quite a good front. He's always travelling the world, so he can deposit this money wherever he is, sort of thing.
Yeah, I did like. Yeah, I mean, like throughout the first couple of episodes, we've seen Axel do a lot of fighting and stuff, but in this episode, we see some of the other characters like partake, like Doug on the dance floor where he like spins around and like shoots a guy in the leg. Like proper like slick style, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then Christine doing like a roundhouse kick on the main character and like knocking him down to the floor below. I was like, that's pretty.
She made me laugh. She did. She was like in the earlier episode where she's like, you don't just go to get that sentence from killing one person. What have you done? She's murked about 8 people off in this one episode, mate.
But when she roundhouse kicks that Sam guy and he flies down for like 3 floors,
yeah, sick.
He lands on that. He lands on that DJ guy, doesn't he?
Cushion him out, mate.
Cushion the blow. But yeah, it was an
alright episode. Pretty good. It's got potential, but again, it was just one day again, and I just feel like they need to start speeding it up a little bit for me. I feel like everything that happened in this episode could have just been half an episode. And then they could have probably next episode could have also fit in. They could have like shortened them a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. They've got some more information now, so hopefully it just start picking up soon because it's got a pretty good concept. I enjoy it. The characters are starting to become more likable, and as I say, the animation's pretty good. So I just expect more from it. If I'm honest with you,
it's like you said. It's like it is that Suicide Squad. It's like a different version of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
they've definitely took the idea of that from Suicide Squad and made this anime. But yeah, like give it time, it'll probably pick up. But at the moment, it's okay. It's okay for me.
Yeah,
like,
it's watchable. It's just fine.
There's some like enjoyable bits. There's some unenjoyable bits. Some unnecessary bits. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, they've got 26 days to sort the life out and find Skinner. So. What we're waiting for? Let's go.
Something's gonna happen, mate.
They're gonna be asleep for like 5 days of it in one episode, and then
it's gonna skip like 5 days.
Skip forward.
Episode. Oh, what's happening? They've all fell asleep, mate.
I remember watching 24 back in the day. a lot of stuff happens in them 24 hours in one episode.
It's
I literally
the maddest 24 ever, bro.
there's like 30 figure terrorists get shot, and Jack Bauer like fights like 16, 17 freaking blokes, and then fights some other people. Yes, madness. Good show though. Good show.
Yeah,
Jack Bauer, mate.
Legend, mate.
Yeah, he's up there with god tier characters.
Shall we talk about Fire Force? Because this is another show where I know for a fact that it's going to step up a gear next episode. But
yeah,
I had a great time. These last few episodes have been great. But I'm left wanting more all the time, mate. Because this Shinra Burns fight still hasn't happened, mate. And I need it to happen. And now, mate, I'm desperate for this. Desperate for this Shinra Burns fight, mate.
I don't think in that fight, I don't think Joker's going to partake, because I think Shinra's a better fight than Joker now. I think he's surpassed him, and obviously it's going to be like these two titans, I think, going at it. I think Joker will probably just like stand back and watch. Maybe he'll join in, but
we'll find out.
It's Shinra's fighting it to beat Burns. But
I'm so excited for it. But this episode, though, we got some good moments. One of my favourite moments of this episode, my first favourite moment is Arthur's entrance. That was so sick.
Yeah,
mate,
that's right.
Everyone's struggling, and right at the end, Arthur turns up and just murks that guy off like he was nothing. Just shows obviously how much stronger Arthur's got as well. So we're going to get a little bit more action from Arthur next. Mate, these few episodes have been slow compared to what's going to come, mate. Like it's gonna step it up like 3 or 4 gears, I think, next episode, and we're gonna get a lot of good fighting sequences. But Hinawa, in this episode where he's talking about how well the new calendar sells to the gold woman, that proper made me laugh, mate. That dude, he was like proper defending it, wasn't he? Like, no, I think you'll find it sells really well.
Yeah, because they take the trousers off.
They'll take the trousers off because the belt
got a metal
part. Yeah.
And then it's like, don't worry, I'm not worried about this. We do a new calendar every year. It was so funny.
Mate, it's proper funny. It's like, I'm not embarrassed. We do a new calendar every year. It's like, I think you'll find it sells really well. It's with proper funny, isn't it?
With Arthur arriving as well, not only does he kill that guy off, Stream into the guy's called.
Yeah, Stream, that's him.
Not only does he kill him off in one hit, he saves Inoue as well in the process. So he blocks the guy's hit, and he just goes, Violet Flash is his special move. Sliced him dead, mate. Instant.
We can't forget about the odd graph that the guys put in, where he just puts a bullet in Gold's head.
So Lick and Vulcan in the background, aren't they? They're like making all these plans and stuff like that. But I did love that bit as well. Tamaki in this episode, even though clothes fall off again,
even though her arse was like in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, she was doing bits in this episode, like
and Maki as well.
There's a part where it does like a flashback where she's talking to Vulcan. It's like, I need to make some tech so I can increase my firepower so they can keep up with the likes of Shinra and Alpha. And then there's a bit where she jumps in the air. She got these thermite grenades that Vulcan's made, and then she unleashes this like massive fireball above her head, and she kind of throws it at Gold. And this reminded me, being a Final Fantasy fan, it reminded me of the summon Ifrit, because his special is where he creates this massive fireball above his head, which is called Hellfire, and he literally throws it at his enemy. It just reminded me of that. I was like, oh. So that little nod there, So,
Sorry, next door neighbour decided to start drilling the wall at 5 to 9 at night, mate. Like, whilst I'm talking, bro. Swear to God.
When he wants to join the poddy, like, look through the wall.
Trying to break through, mate. Big special guest, mate.
Guest appearance, yeah.
Like I say, the playback of Arthur falling off the truck made me laugh as well, because it's just his leg in the screen, like just off camera, just his leg, mate.
It highlights it as well, doesn't it? It's like, this is Arthur. Like, just going out pointed. Like, everyone knew it was Arthur who fell off.
Yeah, like Arthur's here. But also, Obi.
Oh, mate, that was... It was heartbreaking to see, that was. Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yearning, mate. Yearning for this next one. This fight.
Did you see the credits though? The end credits.
Oh, is that where it shows you like on the next episode? Blah blah.
No. It kind of it's like black and white, kind of like a video thing of like action or whatever. But it looks like Obi in like fire form. So I wonder if he like is still with us. But obviously he's literally turned to this like fire beast or whatever
You see,
it is.
like we know with the kids and stuff when they were trying to turn the kids, and then the kids get abilities because Obi hasn't got any abilities. What about if all they does is give Obi abilities, and like it comes back like with actual fire abilities?
I thought it's the pillars, isn't it? They're the only ones who.
Mate, Obi might be. You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know, mate. You don't know, mate. It might be Obi.
It was his protector as well. That'd be good, that one. But yeah, it's all. This is all leading. So, Company 8 are fighting the destroyers. There's another one coming next in the next episode. So I think it'll be Arthur taking the lead now because obviously he's back from falling off the truck. But it's all leading to next episode. At the end of the episode, Shinra, Joker, squaring up to Burns. Obi gets infected with the insect, it killed me off. I was so sad to see it. And as always in all anime, as soon as a cliffhanger hits, credits, mate. It's like
Nobody got you the way I do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. It's like I think that was the best anime.
It is, mate. It gets you every time. We just got a book on his face.
Actually, it's actually that and Solo Leveling as well. With the
you can't. No, I'll do like the Solo Leveling one. Did do you in, but the Kaiju one, it was like rubbing it in your face, wasn't it? Nobody got you the way I do. The music proper rubbed the ending in, didn't it? Proper bad.
Bloody One Republic. But yeah. But yeah, that was it. It was a good episode, but like Ian was saying, these are all leading up to bigger things later, and I think the next episode is going to be the start of these bigger things to come. With this big fight, Shinra, Burns. Let's get it on. My money is on Shinra, obviously. Burns is a nasty customer. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
I think you just, in your mind, you thought about what was going to happen. You're like, and you couldn't control yourself. You're like, ooh. Right.
Nobody
next one.
Got you the way I do.
Windbreaker. It's not about farting this episode.
Season 2, episode 4. And this is like we had this last season as well, where you get these random episodes. However, I feel like with Windbreaker this season, the way they're doing it, they're very like character building episodes. Yeah. So like Sakura basically, he's got a cold auntie in this episode. He's not very well. If you can hear a drill, I do apologise. So obviously all his friends band together. They go to take him medicine, and you obviously see the conditions that he's living in. Obviously, like behind the scenes, and he's living in a proper dive, mate. Like he's not renting that place. He's broke in, surely.
You know if that guy comes through the wall with a drill, can you put the webcam to the hole in the wall?
So I can see. I'm putting not through the wall, mate.
Let's just see what's cracking up, innit?
I'm just gonna get live. I'll take my trousers off, mate.
He looks for his on crack. That's what
He's taking the piss out of me. He is. I'm telling you that, mate. He's doing it on purpose.
But Sakura's where he lives, mate. Is such a crap hole, isn't it? It reminded me like straight from like Bates Motel, Haunting of Hill House vibes. That's what I was getting.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Haunting of Hill House, like their house is sick, innit? But like, it's just it looks abandoned, doesn't it? It's completely abandoned.
And the front door's not even on properly. It's literally like hanging off, isn't it? And then they walk in, they're like, "Is anyone living here?" Because it's literally like rubbish everywhere. And then we find out that Sakura, he lives on his own. They thought he was with his family, living with his family, but there's no family in sight. And I love the bit where everyone's missing him, aren't they? In class, his classmates are all missing him. They're fearing the worst, so they send Suisan round and Nirei, and they like kind of check out what's cracking off. And that's when we find out that he's sick. but they take all these like goods. And in one of the bags, I did spot a few bottles of Pocari Sweat. Now this drink is a nice drink. It's like Powerade. It's full of like electrolytes and stuff. And that is the thing to get Sakura back on his feet. Because when I was in Asia, when I went to Japan and South Korea, one of the days in South Korea, I did get food poisoning from this dodgy flipping stew thing I had. And guess what brought me back to life? Pocari Sweat and Powerade. That is what brought me back. I drank gallons of it, and I survived death. That's what happened.
Miracle, mate. Miracle water, isn't it, mate?
Miracle drink. But yeah,
holy water, bro.
It's that moment where he like wakes up, because obviously like the whole of Sakura's life, he's been on his own. He wanted to do things on his own. He's had a rough upbringing, and so he's always done things on his own. But now we have these moments where his friends he's developed his friendships with these classmates and stuff. They're all there wanting to help, and when he opens that bag, mate, and he sees all the different classmates have all put little messages on,
little notes on
foods. You got sweets, you got noodles, you got all drinks, any drink you want, mate. It's in there with like nice little message on it. So yeah, and then we have Takabana, is it the woman? She
comes the woman, yeah. Shout out to her. We haven't seen her at all this season, have we?
Yeah, she's a legend, mate. She's a legend.
She is a legend.
But she's
certified.
She brings around some soup, mate, or some ramen. You know, it's just a thing to get him back on his feet, mate.
Just decent, mate.
If I was on death's door, someone brought a ramen around, mate, I'd be doing cartwheels.
Some proper decent broth involved, mate. Do you know what I mean?
You're flowing, mate.
Well, yeah, I thought it was quite. Obviously, you know, when his mates all learnt that he actually doesn't live with anybody. I think it's quite a shocking thing for them, thinking, oh, he lives on his own. Like, that's actually mental. Like, we need to really band together to help him out, sort of thing. And it's just all about Sakura on like a personal journey to understand why he should, and also how to trust and rely on other people as well, isn't it? Like, he's seeking advice from Kaji. We'll learn more. Obviously,
best moment there.
More that Kaji's obviously quite wise and why he's a leader. And it's the part where Umamea overhears him. Mate, I love him so much. And Kaji just blitz Umamea straight in the face and runs off. Because he embarrasses him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like a panicked punch in it. It's like, oh.
He like craps himself, punches him in the face, and doesn't know what to do, so he legs it.
But yeah, he's kind of, Umamea's like kind of proud of Kanji, how far he's come.
Yeah.
And he sees where Sakura's coming from, and that he wants to. As he's developing as a person, he's kind of scared to rely on his friends, isn't he? But obviously, Kaji's like, you need him. That you need to rely on these people because you can't do it on your own. No. You need these people around you, these people to support you. And it's like real life, mate. You can't do it on your own. You need your friends, mate.
The only difference is, if this was real life, all of the messages on the goods, if they were from your mates in the UK, would all be just insults. None of them would be like encouraging messages. They'd all just be insults, wouldn't they?
And they're definitely like pictures of knobs on them as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd all be insults, mate. Not every single one of them.
Like, get up, you bitch, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Come on, you dosser.
Like, you dirty virgin, what are you doing?
I mean, I wonder if we, like, translate some of their messages from the episode and we find out. It's like, get out of bed, you slob.
You dirty scroat. Didn't know you was a tramp, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just dead nasty messages.
Fix your door and all that. But yeah, Unimea is so good in this.
He's dead funny, isn't he?
Like in the last episode as well, like, he wasn't in it very long. Like, he was in it like the last part of the episode, but how he came across and what he said to Sakura and the whole team, and is it Nagato? Nagato, wasn't it? The guy who got took into Kyo. Nagato, that's it, yeah. What he did there, literally, that big speech he did. Bang on the money. Bang on the money.
It's just,
I'm burping that one, isn't it?
Every scene he has, obviously, is just memorable, isn't it? Like, every time.
He's just a lovable character. He is one of my favourites from this show.
Yeah, proper legend, mate. Proper legend.
I like him.
What are you watching, mate?
What have I been watching?
Yeah, what have you been watching?
I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. I've watched like 4 episodes of that. Pretty good. It's different from what I've been watching. Like, obviously, I've been watching a lot of action stuff. Just finished, obviously, Chainsaw Man, which we're going to talk about in a bit. But yeah, it's like a bit of like a detective. Like stuff's cracking off in the palace, and she's like, because she's really good with medicine and stuff. She's like figuring things out, like people have been poisoned. She's working it all out and stuff. And she's making other medicine to help other people. I'm really enjoying it so far. I've only watched like 3 or 4 episodes, so. But also, I've been watching that new football. Well, it's not a new football show, but a new football show for me.
Aoashi, or whatever it's called.
Actually, yeah. I started watching the first episode. Yeah, you get to know the characters and stuff, and he's a bit of a big head, but I'm sure that will change as the character develops. But yeah, that's what I'm watching at the moment. What about yourself?
Just One Piece, isn't it?
You are, to be fair, you are smashing through One Piece.
Just engrossed on One Piece, mate. That's pretty much my life at the moment. But yeah, I've tried to pick a few bits up, just a little few bits here and there. I've been reading Boruto, trying to get up to date with that to the latest Two Blue Vortex. Got a funny story about that. So I've been trying to build a little bit of a manga collection, and I thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to catch up on Boruto online, and then I'll start buying the issues of the Two Blue Vortex, which is like, I believe it's after like a time skip or something. It looks sick in it anyway. It's meant to be pretty good. Axel was telling me about it anyway, so it's pretty decent. So I bought an issue of this Two Blue Vortex off Amazon, and it came, and obviously I didn't look at it because I don't want spoilers and stuff. I just put it into my cupboard, and I noticed it was quite small, and I thought, this looks weird, this does. So I got the Kagurabachi ones that I've got, and I put it up against it, and it's thinner, which is fine, so it's got less pages, but it's not as big. And I was saying to Nat, I was like, look how small this is compared to this one. And I was like, it doesn't seem right. And she opened it up, and she started laughing her head off. Mate, I've somehow managed to buy a French version. It's all in French. It's not even English, mate. It's all in French, bro. I was like, no wonder. I was like, no wonder this one was a £5 and all the other ones were £8. Fucking French. I was like,
you could do.
Proper devastated, mate. I've got to buy a new one now in English. I've got to buy it twice.
Be adventurous, isn't it? Get your Google Translate out on the camera, mate, and just translate everything.
So shout out if you comment below, first person to drop a comment on YouTube wins the True Blue Vortex issue 1 French edition. I'll send it you for free. It's a giveaway, mate.
Right, let me comment. But yeah, you know that site you sent me of the manga and stuff online.
Yeah, the manga site.
Obviously, I watched most of the Berserk, and obviously it ends at a certain arc, but with the manga, obviously it carries on.
Yeah, so I don't think the manga's even finished though. To be fair,
well, they brought a new one out, didn't they? Like they brought a new one because I think we mentioned it on Nerd News. I think it was.
Yeah, they're on about redoing part of it, like an arc, but I'm pretty sure like the author of it, I can't remember his name now. It's Kentaro something, but he's died. He died like 4 years ago. Mate, it's literally I've just had a look here. Kentaro Miura. He died 6th of May 2021. It's nearly like 4 years to the day since he died. But he's the original writer of Berserk. I don't think it's finished.
But he so I've watched like it's Sword Arc in it. Sword Arc, Band of Hawk, the Band of Hawk one, which was the Golden Arc, I think it is.
Yeah, Golden Arc.
And then there's another one after I watched. And then it ends, and I think it's like Redemption Arc or something. There's like another one after that, which is only in manga. And then they've obviously brought another one out, like more recently, like last year, I think it was.
Yeah, there's Black Swordsman Arc, Golden Age Arc it is.
I've watched that.
Arc.
I've watched that one.
Millennium Falcon Arc, mate.
Was that Star Wars?
Which is the Holy Evil War chapter and the Falconia chapter, and then there's a Fantasia arc as well.
I think I might have not seen that Millennium Falcon arc. and the Fantasia art, obviously. I think that's in the manga. I might be wrong. If any of you Berserk fans are out there, let us know in the comments. Let me know, because I do love Berserk and I want to kind of read the manga on it and catch up with the story. So yeah, let us know in the comments. And obviously like the video. Obviously.
Always. I could be wrong with that. I don't know if it is. I've not read it all, so I can't.
No, I
say
think
if it
you're
is or
quite
not,
knowledgeable
but...
on the old, anime. So I think.
So I'm not 100% sure on that. All I want is I want the deluxe editions. Everyone who collects manga has got them, and there's a reason for it because they just look stunning. Like they look so good.
What,
Or the Vinland
Berserk
Saga
one?
ones, yeah, and Vagabond as well. I want those three, like in the deluxe editions. But
You know what?
Kagurabachi, been reading that. That's sick. I've pre-ordered the. I'm only reading that in hard copy form, so I've got to wait for the next editions to release in English before I can finish reading it. But Boruto, I'm having a good time with that. That's pretty decent, to be fair. I'm enjoying it so far.
Just have a look on Amazon. So you got deluxe edition 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're like black and red. They look so sick, mate.
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah. They're about 30 quid each.
Yeah, they're not too bad, to be fair, you know.
But do they cover? Oh, I need to look in the comments see what it cover, because they cover. I'm sure they cover like certain arcs, don't they?
Yeah, well, there'll be so many chapters inside of them.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the first three volumes are in the first one, or something like that.
So many of them. That's freaking.
Yeah, I think
it's 200 quid job, mate. It's a 200 quid job, maybe more.
It's a lot of money, mate. It's like you're gonna just buy one a month, mate. Every time you get paid, you just buy one. Do you know what I mean? It's like a subscription, bro.
Yeah. Like what Netflix will be now, I assume, when they keep putting the price up.
Gimps.
It's funny because like when Netflix first came out,
So sick though.
they were like, yeah, Netflix, yeah, they're good, but
I was on like Berserk edition, sorry, not Netflix.
All right. I thought you were a big fan of Netflix, sorry. But like when Netflix first came out, they're like, oh yeah, share it with your friends. It's like dirt cheap, like £6 or whatever.
That's the thing that ruined it for me.
Yeah, share it with your friends. The next minute, they make some bad decisions, they lose some customers, and then they're like, put the price up. Or you can only have it at one household.
Yeah. To be honest with you, if it weren't for wrestling being on there, I'd cancel it, mate.
I mean, I've got other means of watching stuff.
It's just so convenient just having wrestling everywhere, mate. But to be fair, I have it because it's obviously I've got 2 kids and stuff, and it's easier for us. It's convenient for us to have that. I wouldn't want my kids looking at other means to watch stuff just yet. Do you know what I mean? Like,
some Netflix something.
Get home, the kids dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow.
But yeah, like that Berserk thing. I might have a look into that. Get some nice looking copies of that.
Yeah, it's just
what other manga are you after then?
Kagurabachi, I've got them on pre-order, so every time one releases, it gets delivered to my house and Amazon charge me for it. Because Amazon's pretty sick, to be fair. You can set pre-orders up for them and everything, so you don't have to worry about it. Boruto, I've been reading that, but they're just the only 2, mate, at the moment. I catch up on comic books every so often. I'm just waiting for a new Red Hood DC comics to come out, but it's just watching stuff, mate. I'm engrossed in it at the moment. Engrossed, pal. Obviously, with this as well, it takes a lot of time. We're obviously watching content through this as well, which gives us a lot of the stuff we want to watch. We're talking about anyway, aren't we? So
I started watching another show, but I'm not watching it now because I watched that first episode. I was like, nah, it's not for me. It's called Sumo Wrestler Masorio or something. It's like proper Japanese.
Stupid,
yeah. It's so daft. Like the intro is so dumb. I was like, oh man, because it looked funny. Like I saw like some of the pictures of it. I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny. That is. I'll watch that. I was like, after first episode, like, I can't do it, man. I've got too much to watch, man. So that's got off my list, mate.
So
yeah.
Well, I'm currently I'm on Ennie's lobby. I've just finished Water 7.
Yeah.
So Water 7, Mate, Water 7's best arc yet. Water 7 on One Piece was so good, mate. There's so many like really good hard hitting moments in that. But you gotta get on TikTok, mate. Like us on TikTok, subscribe to us on YouTube because it'll be dropping. If you're listening to this now, my Water 7 update is live. Because there's a lot of comedy at the start of Water 7. And they're all walking around having fun, smiles on your faces, but then it quickly turns, mate. There's a lot of stuff happens in Water 7. It's sick. It's sick. But I won't go into too much detail on here.
So join our socials.
Get on the socials.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. But also, me and Ian have got our own TikToks. Me and Ian have got our own YouTubes. Join us now as well. Because Ian's obviously going through playing Repo, aren't you? Got loads of funny clips on that. I'm just doing all sorts of anime, gaming stuff like that, like clips and stuff, like favourite moments and stuff. So yeah, check us out. I've also downloaded Repo, but I think I sent you a picture, didn't I?
Yeah.
So well, I'll have to get on that.
I think
from what you've told me, it's so funny.
Sunday this week, I think we'll get a session going.
Yeah.
My mate Dan will come on. Grant might come on, but Dan will definitely be on.
We'll get Alex in as well.
Check this, mate. Check my leaves out, mate. Got some leaves on my arm, mate. What are these all about? Some leaves, bro. The dead sore.
Yeah. So there's a storm. There's a storm in Derby area earlier. It's like a monsoon, wasn't it? Like it's been sunny all day. I was driving in this storm, mate. I thought I'm not going to make it for the podcast, you know. I'm going to be in the Durban, mate, by 8:00. Like it was coming down so much, like. Oh mate, my window wipers were literally going out.
I was like, "This is God. This is God's plan. Take me."
I was driving my car like that.
It's gone, mate.
Using my knees to steer. But yeah,
it just happened all of a sudden. It just went dark, and then it was thundering, and then all of a sudden, my house was just getting obliterated. I was like, "What's happening?"
It was like the lightning was like someone's like flipping the switch on and off. Like your light.
I was like, "What is here, mate?"
And then apparently tomorrow it's meant to be sunny again.
Yeah, it's going to be sunny again tomorrow. Welcome to England, people.
Which is the day.
Welcome to England. But yes, so I watched Chainsaw Man a few weeks ago, caught up with it. Martin was like, "Do you know what? Sounds like you had a good time. I'm also going to watch Chainsaw Man." So I said to him, "Why don't we have a chat about it on the pod? Have a chat with you lovely people, you lovely viewers, you lovely listeners about Chainsaw Man." What was your initial thoughts of Chainsaw Man?
I loved it, mate. I loved it.
My initial thoughts of Chainsaw Man was, this is a bit random, and this guy's a bit of a creep. But when you watch it, my first initial outset of Chainsaw Man, before I watched any of the episode, was, oh, it's just about a guy who wants to touch boobs, isn't it? Because that's the perception that I get online when you see stuff. But it really, there's more to it than that. Like, I really enjoyed this first season of Chainsaw Man. It had a great mix of humour, action, gore. The animation's fantastic throughout. The concept's really good. Especially that some of my favourite parts are the fact that even though they're trying to kill all these, like, demons and stuff like that, they link up with them. So, like, they create, like, bonds with them and, like, deals with them. So it's like, I'll give you, like, a piece of my flesh every time I get to use your power. And I thought that was amazing. That was very, very good. So, and it's like I said, before going into this, you just think, oh, Denji's just some guy who wants to touch boobs. But his character's so much deeper than that, I think. Like, from obviously his really, really awful upbringing, obviously, to the end of season 1, he does truly just want companionship, and I think he's just lonely. Like, you feel really sorry for him. Like, he gets to touch Power's boobs at one point, and he feels nothing. And then obviously Makima tells him it's because he's not into her. Oh, Makima, mate, baddie she is, mate. He's obviously simping over her, but I think he just wants a purpose, doesn't he? Like, he wants to work towards something. I know it's something like superficial like that for now, but it keeps getting different. So he finally achieves that. Oh, actually, it's not really what I want. So I think there's a little bit more to him. it's just obviously you just feel really, really sorry for him, mate. But mate, that Makima, she's one
Yeah,
of the
like you're
best
saying,
females in all of anime, mate. I don't care what anyone says. I'm really
like
interested to see what her powers, like what deals she's got with demons and stuff, mate.
yeah, so
Or
like you're saying,
devils,
like
sorry.
everyone's got their own power. Aki's obviously got the fox devil with him to a certain point throughout the episodes. But that sword he's got as well. Every time he draws the sword, the katana on his back, and starts slicing, mate, he gets years of his life taken off because the sword is it's a deal with the cursed devil, so it literally takes his life away.
Yeah, I think he can
And I
use it,
thought,
can't he? But if he uses the power of it, isn't it, or something like that?
yeah,
The Cursed Devil's power.
well, if he slashes, doesn't it? If he
Because
slashes,
yeah, but every time he slashes when he's using the cursed power, he says something. I can't remember what he's saying. Because I remember the
but
scene.
yeah,
I'm sure there's another scene where he's using it just as a normal sword without the power.
yeah.
I could be
Yeah, that's
wrong.
towards it. But like you say, like the different characters with, so you got is it Himeno, the woman?
Yeah.
Like she's got this deal with the what's it called? With her devil, where she's had to like give her eye. She's made had to make a sacrifice. She's give her eye towards
What's
this
that
like
for? Yeah.
that's mad that is. And she was a really good character in it. I thought she was a really quality character, like dead funny, dead friendly, really powerful as well. But she meets a sad end, which
Moped off.
freaking it ruined me, mate. It ruined me.
Yeah,
But my favourite moment with her when she pukes in Denji's mouth.
but boffs all in his mouth. But again, that's another thing where I was thinking, like, you think that this Denji guy just wants stuff like that, but then he turns her down, doesn't he? So
uh,
he has got values, and his character is building, and I think his character development is going to shine the further we go through. I think he's going to become a better character as we go. Obviously, I've not read the manga or anything. If I'm watching a show, I won't read the manga. I'll wait till I've watched it. Like I might read it now up until the point where we're currently at in the anime, just to
yeah.
get an idea. But
We've got the
Aki
film,
as
haven't
well.
we? We've got the film, like,
We've got a film coming out. This is one of the reasons we watched it. We've got a film coming out this year. I think it's towards the end of this year. I can't remember if it's October or November or something like that. But with
yeah,
Aki, I'm going back to Aki. Like towards the end, because at first he's a little bit annoying, isn't he? He thinks Power and Denji are more of a burden than anything. But then you can really see like he's becoming almost like a brother to Denji, isn't he? Like towards the end,
yeah.
and like no, mate, nobody's safe in this show, are they? Like they'll literally murk anyone off.
I just love all the like how all the different devils get introduced. Like it's the ghost devil that's thing he uses like the ultimate sacrifice to save Aki, and then obviously she dies off. I was like so heartbreaking that. But Aki at first he comes across as like, a bit of a moron, doesn't he?
Yeah,
But then later on, it's got such a deep story. We find out that the gun devil literally destroyed his family, and this guy will do anything now. He'll go to any means just to get this revenge, and if it means like killing himself or
or him
doing
dying
whatever,
in the
making
process.
making any deal with any devil just to get the power enough to just to kill the devil. And then we find out. I think there's one point where he draws his sword and he asks the cursed devil, he goes, "How long have I got left?" He's like, "Oh, you got like 2 years left." And he's literally like what 16, 17?
Yeah, young
So
gun, mate,
literally,
young gun.
yeah,
But like, yeah, movie's coming out October this year, and we'll watch that. We'll discuss that. But one of the one of the parts here as well, Aki, he had that fox devil. That fox devil was sick,
yeah,
but the deal's gone. Like the deal's been broken. The devil's lost trust in him. That sort of thing. So he had to
yeah.
get a new devil. And the only thing I disliked about this show was one character, Yutaro Kurase, and it's one of the guys who was the people from Tokyo, where he's taking Aki to meet that new devil and just talking to him like shit, mate, the entire way. And he pissed me off. I hated him so much, mate. I did so much. I hated that character.
Yeah, that is that the guy who like he throws him an apple, doesn't he, or something? Throws him something. And he goes, "Yeah, you are quite a nice bloke, but he was a bit of a knob, wasn't he?"
Yeah, he's a prick, mate. I hate him.
But some of the fights in this, like that bit where that devil in that apartment thing. Is that the 8th floor or something? They capture on the 8th floor.
Yeah, where they're trapped.
And then Denji literally flies down that lift shaft and just like 3 days straight, just like
3 days
smashing the sky.
murking.
Just like proper going for it. But yeah, that was such a good scene. But the end scene as well, where he fights Samurai Sword.
Samurai.
The devil, yeah.
Sword Head Man.
And he fights him on that train and stuff, and on top of the train, inside the train. I was like, the animation's so good here. And there's always like little like back and forths of like, you know, taunting and stuff like that go with it. So good.
It is really good. It's really entertaining. Like, one of the things that really, really makes you laugh though is what's his name? Is it Pachita or something? I can't remember his name now. Pachita, the little dog, who obviously saves his life at the start. But that dog is one of the biggest merch items for Chainsaw Man, and it's in one episode, the very first episode, and it's in no more of them. Just that one episode. I was like, what?
Is it? Yeah, he is a legend though. A legend, mate. He saved Denji's life, I think.
Obviously saved his life.
I'm hoping we do see him again. Like, I hope he does come back or something happens where he can literally come out. But I love the show. Like, all the devils get introduced. Like, you get different characters, and then you're trying to figure out what devils he got. Some of the characters you never find out. Like Makima, you never find out.
We don't know yet. I'm so intrigued by that character.
Yeah, we see what she can do, literally crushing people.
She's just getting people. Oh yeah, get me like 30 blokes off of who have done like heinous crimes that are in prison forever. I'm just gonna sacrifice every single one of them. I'm just gonna murk people off from miles away. Like, what?
And it's like, yeah, because she's in like Kyoto, and like the people in Tokyo are getting killed off. So it's like this is like Shinkansen, like a 2.5-hour journey. Like
it's so far away.
Yeah, so far away, and she's literally crushing these people in two. But it's a bit later on where she ain't got any people around her, but she's literally like making people nosebleed and stuff, and it's like dead, mate, gone.
Yeah, she's got them birds and stuff. Oh, mate, I'm so intrigued by her.
But you have her, and you have Kobeni, that one who's always crying and screaming and stuff. I know she's got a sick devil, but you never find out that as well.
No, because when they have that dinner, don't they? And it's like some people share the same devils. Like, I think one of the other guys had the fox devil, didn't he, that Aki had? Because they obviously make different deals. But, like, some of them say, oh, some of them want to keep it secret, though, because obviously that might be part of the deal. You don't know. Yeah. So, like, yeah, it's you don't learn about everyone's. And I like that mystery because it gives you sort of like, oh, what does their, like, devil do then? Yeah. Like,
but, I mean, that's what I love through the whole show. Like, when that Hinema comes into it, like, you're like, what's she saying? Like, what she got? And then you find out she's got this like ghost devil thing where she literally like grabs people, like, a bit like a force.
Her devil, you know, when her devil helped Aki out.
Yeah. What do you mean at the end? Or
oh yeah, was it Aki she helped out?
Yeah, because she literally paid the price. Yeah, she paid the price, didn't she? Yeah,
the ultimate price, obviously, of death, but. It was so good, mate. So good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Very, 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 very entertaining show. And I'm excited for the movie now.
Yeah, the big boss is the gun devil. We never see him. We never make deals with it because there's that episode where all these hunters have this like really nice meal, all friendly, all getting on, all like telling you what they do and where they're from and what their backgrounds and stuff. Next episode, they all get killed off, mate. Literally, all get murked up.
Rip.
And it's literally like a switch like that, and they're all dead. I was like, whoa. And they tried to kill Makima off, but she's too powerful, mate. Too powerful.
Literally resurrected.
But there's a part in it as well, like, it's questioned if Makima knew about that was going to happen. So she literally, like, she buys food for all these people, knowing we're going to get killed off the next day.
Last meal.
Hey, that's mad. But yeah, some of the devils in it are sick. You got, like, the Bat Devil. I think Aki makes a deal with the Eternity Devil, so he can see into the future, sees what happens.
Future Devil thing, isn't he?
Yeah,
which is pretty sick.
Oh no, sorry, the Eternity Devil's the one in the building.
Oh yeah,
where he jumps down the shaft. That's Eternity Devil. Yeah, he kills him.
Yeah, he's got that Future Devil or whatever it's called. Not Fast and Furious. What's it called?
There's a bit
Back to Future Devil, mate. DeLorean.
What one of the characters in it called Power. I wasn't a massive fan. She was all right. She made me laugh sometimes, but there's a bit where they all move in together, and she moves in with Aki and Denji.
Yeah.
And she literally like blocks the toilet and don't wash her body and stuff. And then you have that scene where Denji's like trying to unblock the toilet. it's that bog got everywhere. It's like so funny.
Yeah, that's just like
But
one of the other things though. Like, because
Yeah.
she's a devil, isn't she? But she's like a specific
fiend, isn't she?
kind. Yeah,
a fiend,
She's
yeah.
a specific kind where like they're almost working. They're not necessarily fully bad, are they? They're almost a little bit good, and they can.
Yeah, they're not fully. They're not as powerful as like other devils, are they? But
Her ability's pretty sick though. Also, the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
I can't remember his name now, but you know, like the guy who they had training them both.
Yeah, that the best hunter, isn't it? I forgot his
Yeah.
name now. Yeah,
And they tried
Is it
to they tried to
Kizzy or
jump him,
something
didn't
like
they,
that,
at
is
the
it?
apartment, and he battered him.
yeah. It's like get out.
Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, I'm very intrigued for this movie because this movie is going to actually be part of the next arc. So it's actually going to be related to the story and a follow-on. So you have to watch this film. So yeah, and then we'll get
top three.
a season 2 at some point.
I've done a top 3 characters.
Oh yeah,
I've got top 3. Denji.
Denji Aki Makima, mate. That's mine, mate. Done.
You literally read my script, mate. But that Hinamo, she came a close third because she was quality, mate. When she barfed in his mouth and stuff, that was
Dead
so
funny,
funny.
wasn't it?
That was so funny. And obviously, because it's Japanese, like blurred out the sick
They
and
blurred
stuff.
out just
Obviously,
the sick.
you don't want to see that anyway, but like, it was,
I thought the fact that they blurred it out was so funny, mate. It made it funnier, I think, that it was blurred out.
Oh, that bit where they capture a samurai sword devil as well, and they literally like bend him over, like kicking him in the nuts. Wow, taking a turn, does that what?
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
And the guy's
I was
screaming
like,
as
you
well.
can't do that, and then Aki's like joins in as well.
Yeah, and he's like
repeatedly battering him straight in his stones, mate.
Yeah, he's like kicking the balls, and he's like Aki like speaks to like Hinamura in like you think like heaven or whatever. It's like, oh, this is my requiem to you or whatever. So she's not booting him in the balls.
Straight in his wonkers, mate.
So you have like, yeah. So this season is full of you got comedy, action, and really good like character building as well, haven't you? And you got emotional scenes as well. So it's everything you need all in one series. And for saying it's like 12 episodes,
It's
quality, man. I watched it all, and like you know, when you watch like a bulk anime, and like there's never any scenes like you're like, oh, this isn't like very good, or it's boring, or it's a bit weak. I literally loved it all, mate. I literally smashed like 8 episodes in one day. So
I watched it all. I watched it over 2 days, but I started it like late at night, and then followed on the day after. Like all within 24 hours, it was done, mate. Like all
mad,
it was done.
mad.
Just because it's
highly
good,
recommend
keep watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yes, I'm looking forward to the movie.
If you like these sort of reviews as well, I was talking about other stuff like that in bulk rather than episodically like we've been doing. Let us know, because we're happy to watch other 12 episodes. And if there is 12 episodes out there you want us to watch and talk about, get them in the comments. Do you know what I mean?
And I will be doing One Punch Man, like a short on that each season, which is 12 episodes as well. So a short one, but I will be doing it. Don't worry. I did say I was going to do it, and I will do it. I promise. But that's it for the anime, though, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Maybe we could do
move on.
Cyberpunk next. Maybe we could do how many 12 episode animes can we watch in a week? Because then we could do a separate podcast for whilst you're off, just discussing different 12 episode animes.
That's a lot to do in the next week or so.
Good job we've got a bank holiday weekend coming up. Let's move on. Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 3. Obviously, we had a stinker of an episode last week. Oh, Jolie boy, R.I.P. Sad times.
Yeah.
But when I say stinker, I just mean the fact that happened. It was a brilliant episode. Fantastic. And this episode, I've not got that many notes on. There's a 3-month time skip in this one, isn't there? But
I got loads of notes on this, mate. Loads.
Yeah, we get some emotional scenes from obviously Ellie and Joel being killed has actually made Ellie a much more likable character, in my opinion. She's not as abrasive or anything now. She seems to be more likable. So Joel Dyne's done her a favour in the personality department. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and we have a scene, don't we? Like we have an emotional scene where Tommy goes to visit his brother, and then he says to her, he literally says to Joel's like body, he's like, send his love to Sarah. I mean, obviously in the first season we know that's Joel's daughter who got killed off.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was emotion, that was. But also we see the aftermath of Jacksonville, like this massive horde attacked, and now they got to rebuild. Emotionally, physically traumatized after the events, but now they're trying to rebuild the town and its defenses. And like we was discussing last week about the baby making stuff, why is people making babies and stuff? Maybe they thought they were safe, and maybe they thought this town was
It's just
impenetrable.
ridiculous. So like,
just
you're
seems,
not though, are you? I mentioned it last week, mate. I understand that you
Yeah.
probably think you're in a walled community, but when you've got
Yeah.
people going out on patrol nearly daily to murk off groups of zombies because they're getting close, like, come on, come on.
Yeah. Like I say, mate. Like them dancers, mate. That's why they're going wrong, mate. Like they see these women dancing, mate. They're like, whoo.
They need to send someone out to find a Jorex factory. That's what they need to do, mate. Or there needs to be a doctor on site giving bloke this, like every man needs the snip.
Like going around a house call.
But yeah, like I said with this one, I thought Ellie seems a lot more mature now. Obviously, with the entire scene of them voting to avenge Joel's death, she obviously she takes advice of people around her. She writes her thoughts down and notes down, and she gives a obviously a well-spoken speech about why they should go. And obviously when everyone votes not to, there's obviously a decision that's made. Everyone does a vote, and obviously more no's than yeses. So they're not sending any help. She took it on the chin. She didn't kick off. She went out quite mature about it all. And yeah, I just think Joel dying has been a step in the right direction for a character, unfortunately.
Yeah, when they went to Tommy's, and like Tommy's like, yeah, you need to take it to the council. You always knew there was council were going to say no.
No, 100%.
Yeah, like you always knew the decision. Right?
Yeah, it did give me PTSD from the Squid Games voting scenes, though, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh no, another vote in a show. Not Squid Games voting, please.
But shout out to Seth though, like even though he was talking bonkers, mate, like his comments were bonkers, he literally stood up and is like said his piece, didn't he? He said he kind of supported.
Is that the homophobic bloke?
Yeah. He stood up and said his thoughts, didn't he? But obviously, he was supporting Ellie, basically.
Yeah, it was a good speech. He's trying to get some redemption. A really, really nice setup there as well, weren't they? And obviously a build to do an Ellie Dina adventure at that point. So,
but I want to give a shout out to the acting in this show, like the characters as well.
Sick, mate.
But so well played. And a shout out, she's not in this episode, but Abby's character, Caitlin Denver.
Unreal.
Denver, I think her name's. Like, this is a person, like her acting throughout is sick, but this is a person who hasn't played the game prior. And then she just floats into this character, slides straight into this character, and does like an insane job. I was like, whew. Mate, that's an actress, mate, that is. But obviously, all the other characters as well, like you got to play Tommy's character, Dana, you got Ellie. All characters in this show are really good, and I think it's really well put together. Yeah, obviously they're following a story along with the story, but obviously it's the choice of actresses and actors that they've brought into it is. I think they're doing a great job, to be honest.
Yeah, very good. I've seen some stuff online about how it's not quite following the games, but I've not played the game, so I don't know. So I can only take what people are saying. So I'm just looking at it from an outside perspective of what the show's delivering to me, and it's delivering a good story. So it's like, mate. Also, you know when they leave the town and the landscape when they're traveling, mate.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Honestly, the scenery, the shooting, like, what's it called, locations and stuff that they've picked for this. Beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Proper sick Lord of the Rings level adventure that is, mate.
I think when we talk about the game and the show, I think like the story is always going to be the same, but I think there's like change a little bit.
Slight
Like
tweaks, isn't there?
yeah, that's what I mean. I've not played the full game, so I mean this is so many stuff I've heard, but yeah, it's that slight tweaks and stuff, or they might have changed something, but overall the main story is going to go the same way. Like the main thing with the revenge thing is going to happen. I don't know what happens after that, but
yeah, because doesn't what's his face meant to go there? Doesn't he goes mental, doesn't he?
yeah, because in the game, from what I've heard, well, I've played this bit, but I can't remember it. Tommy is the one with Joel, not Dana.
Yeah, with
And
Ellie,
obviously, yeah. So and obviously in the game, his story goes a different way. It might happen later in the show, but yeah. But as we thought last week, as we said, that Dana literally tells Abby like all the stuff she heard and saw before she got put to sleep. So we know it's where they're heading is Washington. Obviously, she tells her all that, and then they both go to Tommy, which obviously that's where that meeting comes into play. But yeah, that Seth guy, he steps up again, doesn't he? That Seth guy, literally, he gets the horses, he gets some supplies for him.
Even swaps the gun, doesn't he? Because he's got a better gun. Gives Ellie the better gun, takes Ellie's shit gun.
Yeah, they get the like a sniper rifle, mate. Headshot general sniper rifle with a scope is like that's what you need, mate. That's what you need.
Beauty.
But yeah, helpful guy. He was dead homophobic at the start, but obviously he's kind of redeeming himself. He got off on the wrong foot with Ellie, but now he's kind of trying to crawl his way back in it, and he shakes her by the hand and she's leaving and stuff. So yeah, top bloke, mate, top bloke. In the end, he started off with a bit of a git, but it turns out to be dead helpful. So right, let's talk.
The wrong turn call with all the skinheads, mate. I don't know who they are with all the Chelsea smile scars, but what? Oh, mate, when they find the remains and the wolves or whatever they are, because that's what they say, don't they? They hid from it's the wolves, and so they've all hid. And obviously, one of the organisations Dana heard about when Joel was getting murked was them. One, it was the wolves.
WLF or whatever.
Yeah, and the fact that they've literally murked all of them off, including the kid and the children, is mental, mate. That is mental. Like, what are you doing?
Well, I look into this, who they actually are, and they're called the Seraphites, which is like a group of like religious zealots. And then we find out later on in the game and stuff that they're like a mad cult, which we thought they would be. But when they first come into it carrying bows, I thought, I'm watching Robin Hood here or what? Like literally like a guy with like a bow and arrow.
Guys here.
And it's like merry men. I was like, what's going on here? But yeah,
fucking medieval, man.
It turns out these are like a bit of like these like love nature and stuff, but they're obviously in the territory of the WLF. So yeah, they're kind of a bit of like war with them as well. So I don't think it's Abby's crew that literally killed.
I don't purely because it was only Abby that was the nutter.
Yeah,
like all the other ones, like were trying to get her to stop, to tell her to finish it, and like especially the girl that obviously injected Dina or whatever with that stuff. Yeah. So even she was like,
the funny
really
part about
doing this.
The funny part about this is when Dana and Ellie are like, yeah, we just need like 16 soldiers. We'll take out this small group. And then we see at the end of the episode, mate, they've got tanks, armored trucks, millions of soldiers, mate, all armed to the teeth with like these big guns and stuff. I was like,
this literal, it's an army, innit? Like it's a proper army.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's going to go off here. They need Daryl Dixon, to be honest, from The Walking Dead, mate. That's what they need.
You know the guy, I looked into this as well. You know the guy in the tower you see at the end?
Yeah.
The guy who got slashed in the face? Apparently he's Falcon now in the Marvel Universe. Same guy, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sick. That's what I heard, to be fair.
But yeah, I think next episode we're going to see the main antagonist of the series, which is Isaac, who's the leader of this WLF. And I think we get a bit of backstory with him, according to the trailers and stuff that have come out, like showing what's going to happen in the next episode. So I'm looking forward to that. And this Isaac's meant to be a massive character in this show, obviously. Big army leader, commander. So looking forward to seeing him. So yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, it's another good episode, mate. It was slower, but not in a negative way. I didn't think.
Yeah, it's like last episode was a massive hitter, wasn't it? So you need a little bit of a quieter episode to calm things down a bit, get some story in there, get some character building and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
As far as meant to move on to the next bit, which is going to be Dana and Ellie blasting loads of millions of zombies.
Yeah, just building up to the next arc, aren't they? Next story. So we'll have to wait and see. Not long.
Yeah.
Only a few days.
Bank holiday Monday as well, isn't it? So watch it on the day off.
Yeah, man.
All right then.
Andor, another 3
Star Wars
episodes.
fans. A few Star Wars fans out there, you've come to the right place because we discuss 4, 5, and 6 episode, which came out on Wednesday this week.
Which is like 2 days
What do you
ago.
reckon?
2 days ago when it's airing, but yesterday for now. So we literally watched this last night, and I watched 25 minutes of an episode today because I fell asleep.
Not that it's boring.
I'm going to get my negative things out of the way first, and none of them are related at the story, at the show. They're all at Disney Plus.
Okay.
Because Disney Plus whack recaps on everything, mate. Like, they legit released 3 episodes 1 week ago. You get a 3-minute recap already, losing your time. That's my precious time gone from a recap. Not only that, episode 5 had a recap. You've released episode 4 the same fucking day. Why do I need a recap for episode 5 when I've just watched episode 4? You're a twat, mate. Calm down with your recaps. You're pissing me off.
Now we said that, I've got a... What's something to say?
It's about Plo Koon's
match. Say... No, to get to that.
Shout out.
Just want to say, Cyril's mum in this show, mate, I hate her.
She's a nightmare, mate. She's a proper nightmare, isn't she?
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Cyril's character, but you can see through his story, like he's trying to leave his mark on the world. He's trying to do what he thinks best is for the cause. Like, what he thinks is right.
You can understand his character, can't you? Like, he's a bit of a goody two-shoesy type. He's a bit of a weirdo. But you can understand why when he says, right, Mum, speak to you next week, he puts phone down straight away on her. You can understand it, can't you?
But yeah, like he's trying to build his career in the Empire. He's trying to do the right thing to what he thinks is right. And his mum is literally like constantly bickering and putting him down, snide comments, little digs.
Horrible.
And her voice is annoying, mate. And I'm going to say this. Will someone give her a slap, mate, please? Please.
Can someone get Randy Orton in the same room as her, mate? She needs an RKO ASAP.
I wouldn't be bothered if like Randy Orton did RKO on her. Like, I'll just be sitting there like that. I'll be like, yes. Even in the fact that Randy Orton's in Star Wars, I was like, I love it, mate.
Someone get the Dudley boys in there to get a double team Dudley DDT, mate. That's what we need, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they did like Mae Young or whatever, it. Didn't put her for a table, mate. This is the next target, right?
So,
but yeah,
I've got some notes. I've not got a lot of notes.
I've got loads. Don't worry.
I've got a few things. Basically, I just watched them all. I've wrote a few things down. So these 3 episodes were a lot more character driven, weren't they? I felt there's a lot about relationships in these episodes, and it was all good. I thought it was very, very good. You got to know a lot of characters that we already knew, but in a different light. Some quite compelling storytelling throughout these ones. But Gorman, mate, that place it's been done insanely good. The sets, effects, everything, mate, is absolutely unreal, mate. So good. So good.
Are you reading my notes or what? I've literally got the same thing, mate. Like, it's so stunning. Like every scene,
beautiful, mate. Beautiful.
And you can see why this show costs so much more money. I think it's like 300 million to make or whatever.
And they've got
dark.
There's like some really dark like cinematography and throughout, like obviously the episodes as well, which are really artistic, like really fantastically done throughout. They've really stepped up the spy feel in these episodes as well, haven't they? Like really secret agent. Like you got a lot of Cassian going away pretending to be like a fashion designer, and like they've really dug deep on the spy aspect. And I was having a quick little cheeky look, right? These 3 episodes were written by Bo Willimon. It's a Digimon apparently, but he wrote the Narkina 5 or the One Way Out arc from the first season, which was like one of the best ones from the first season. So like they've brought one of the best writers back for these 3 episodes, and in my opinion, he's done a fantastic job, mate. They're honestly so good. These 3 episodes were so much happening as well, mate. Like so much happening.
Yeah. Just to bring one of the characters in as well. I called her Vix last season. It's actually Bix. I called her Vix last season.
Bix.
Yeah, Bix. Yeah. Bix is in this couple of episodes. She's like proper struggling. She's having nightmares about this Dr. Gorse guy who tortured her last season. Yeah. She can't get sleep.
I've wrote a bit about Bix as well here.
Yeah, she's struggling to like distinguish reality from dream state. She's addicted to drugs to help her sleep, but obviously it's took an addiction to her body.
Which is another thing that sets Andor apart from other Star Wars projects, because like we've got like Bix PTSD, drug addiction, like these like a really mature, like real world issues that they're discussing in these sort of shows, which you don't see on other Star Wars projects. And don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the fact that in Ahsoka, you don't need Ahsoka being addicted to drugs and have PTSD. Like this, there's a time and place for it. You don't need that in other shows. But I wanted to point that out there as well, just because I think that's one thing that does make Andor unique to any other Star Wars project out there. And I think that's why a lot of people, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I think you'll really enjoy Andor. If you're not that bothered about like Jedis and it's superpowers, essentially lightsabers, this is such just a well-written show that intertwines with like real world stuff. Like the Gorman stuff, it's basically like they're very inspired by France, essentially, isn't it? Like the language, like they speak French and all this other stuff, like all the cafes and stuff. It's like these French style little cafes and like the scenery, and it's really inspired by real world, isn't it? Like they've done honestly an amazing job. But like with the Bix parts as well, there's the part where like even Cassian and Bix, they sort of like reject the rebellion a little bit temporarily, just to be together, to show that like these people are real people. They can't just be suffering because of the rebellion. That they are in love. They go out to get food together, and like they are human essentially. That like it's just another thing that makes this show really good, I think.
And speaking of like characters, like Luthen's character, skipping to like episode 6, this is Luthen pretty much, he tells Andor when they meet up. When Andor's gone to Gorman and he comes back and tells Luthen what's happening and stuff, Luthen pretty much says like he's willing to let Gorman burn to the ground and let all these people die if it means the success of the rebellion. There's like a heavy sacrifice. Obviously we know that the massacre happens and this does lead to this big rebellion, but the fact that he'll do anything to see the success of the rebellion if it means just killing all these people. But also in the same scene as well, Luthen Richard tells Andor is like, you need to prepare yourself because you might have to kill Bix off, because he don't want her to jeopardize and be a liability and jeopardize this rebellion thing. So he's changed. That guy's changed so much. Like he's very dark. Like he's become very dark, and like it shows that he literally do anything to like save this. To be the success of the rebellion, basically.
It's the only thing that matters to him, isn't it? In his mind, like he doesn't care about anything bar that. He doesn't have. It's made him a bit of a nutter, really, hasn't it? Like he's got no emotions towards anyone, no individuals. Like he's really a bit of a psycho, to be fair. But one of the things that got me, mate, the most on this was, big spoiler here for everyone who's not watched it yet, but Cinta's death, mate. Cinta's death was so avoidable. They didn't need to like fight anyone. They were specifically instructed to not bring blasters, and yet we see another character, Blitzer, friendly fire, mate, done and dusted. R.I.P. Like there was no need for that, mate. Like it was so it was so avoidable, mate. So avoidable. Dying in Vel's arms as well. Sad times, mate. Sad times.
Yeah. But I think going back to Bix as well, like I don't think, to be honest, I don't think she's going to end well for her. Like, there's no mention of her in Rogue One, which obviously this leads up to.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And I think a tragic death's going to happen with it. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Cameo shout out to Bail Organa, who shows up in this episode. Obviously, that's the bloke who adopts Leia later on. Yeah. Obviously, he makes his cameo when he greets Mon Mothma at like one of the parties she goes to. And she goes to loads of parties, mate.
Yeah,
it's a party
there's like 84 parties or something mental, isn't there?
Looking for his list, like, should we go to that one? Should we go to that one? If that was me, mate, I'd be like, oh, they got like tacos there, I'll go to that one. And he's like, like whatever food you like, you're just like, oh, they got Doritos there, I'll go there. But,
I want to give a shout out as well, anyway. Forrest Whitaker, who has played Saw Gerrera. Mate, his acting in this was phenomenal. And the Saw monologue, mate, honestly, fantastic. And the music, where he's when his sect left into hyperspace, mate, was so fitting. Like, the music was sick, mate. Like, it was so good. That bit was so good. He was such a fantastic character, I thought he was.
And we see I totally agree with you. Like, and in this episode as well, we see Deidre. I know you like that character, didn't you? She you can see she's pulling the strings, isn't it? Dedra, yeah. She's pulling the strings and like, I don't think, like, you know, with Cyril, obviously, I don't think he knows the full plan. He doesn't know like what they plan to do with Gorman. Like, he knows they're going to come to get this source of stuff, and he's doing his cloak and dagger missions and stuff. But I don't think he's fully aware, and I think he's a pawn being used. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I don't think he fully knows what's cracking off. I think he's just excited to be part of this big move from the Empire. But the Empire is setting up this big base in it on Gorman Armory, massive armory ready for loads of stormtroopers to come in, loads of weapons to be stored there, ready for when this massacre does take place.
The fact as well that they're building it right next to the memorial, mate. It was like, that is outrageous, innit? That is.
That's
absolutely
when Thingy came down on his ship, didn't he? Well, I can't remember his name now. He comes down on his ship and lands on like 500 people, mate, murks them off.
It's a legend, mate.
Yeah, they're like, is it talking, isn't it? Like, they say he can't land or whatever, so he literally just lands on the people as they're flipping it. There's that part there, mate. You can't part there, mate.
You can't lands on there.
That 500 people.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great. It's just building up, and it's building up. It's building up to what's about to happen. Like, obviously, this armory being built, it's going to be years, isn't it? Like, until they're fully ready to fully take over. And with Deidre as well, like, she wants this rebellion to happen because that will give an excuse for the Empire to take over. So she wants this little, because you meet the rebellion, don't you? The rebellion force or whatever on Gorman, and obviously she wants all that stuff to happen so she can send. That this is their big plan. This is their big plan. Yeah. She wants the Empire to have an excuse to take over the planet and obviously get all this calcite for the Death Star and stuff like that.
Do you know what the sickest parts of these 3 episodes were?
Is it the end of episode 6?
The end of episode 6, mate, where Bix murks that bloke off, and then they like come out, walk outside, they meet in the middle, don't they? Cassian and Bix meet in the middle walking, and he blows the building up behind him. I was like, that is banging, mate.
Yeah, it's how he dies. They put him in that chair, don't they? His own torture chair.
I look at him, like, I know you. Wait, why do I know you? He's like proper trying to rack his brain. It's like just muffles him and stuff. Yeah. So good. Awesome show, mate. Blast, man. Yeah, awesome show.
I'm loving it. It's full of, like, me and Ian have already talked about a bit of it. Me and Ian have already talked about a bit of it. There's so much more if you look into it. Like,
obviously
we lore, characters.
We're not doing an analytical breakdown of it. We're just discussing our thoughts of it. But like, there's plenty of great people out there that do really, really good breakdowns of stuff. Like Martin was mentioning in the shop, Princess Leia's headpiece, I think it is, isn't it, was in one of the shops. Padme's headpiece, was in one of the shops. And also mentioned last week, Plo Koon, one of my favourites, his like mask was in one of the shops, in the shop as well. And it's just like little Easter eggs like that. So there's some great people on YouTube that certainly do breakdown videos like that, which I'll be watching through at some point when I get time. But yeah, it's nice to watch them people who analyse it for a job, because obviously they just sit there watching it like frame by frame through the episodes. But yeah, they're always interesting to watch.
I mean, I do love a good Easter egg as well. I mean, I don't mean like Easter time. I mean like
I do
Easter eggs
mean
shows
both,
and
to be
stuff.
fair.
Yeah, I mean, the way I eat it is I literally elbow it, mate. Boom.
I've got to try and get a clean cut straight down, mate. So I split it clean
like
that.
Get your samurai sword out, yeah.
I just get my arm like that. Cobra Kai, mate.
Yeah,
John
you've
Lawrence
seen enough
it,
Cobra
mate.
Kai.
John Lawrence, it, mate.
I miss Cobra Kai. So good.
Johnny Lawrence is a legend.
That's it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for this week. As I say, if you do like the stuff where we talk about like little 12-episode animes and things, I'm thinking maybe Cyberpunk is a good one to speak about next. It's about 10 episodes, that is. I'm happy to compile my thoughts on that pretty decent show. And yeah, just stuff like that. If you've got an 8, 10, 12, 13, no more than 13 really. Yeah. A nice short anime that you'd like to hear us discuss, hear our thoughts on. Drop it in the comments, let us know, because we're enjoying it, mate. We just love talking about stuff.
Yeah. And that Chainsaw Man, that was so good.
And if you recommend one and it's bad, we will have to ban you, mate. You'll get banned straight away. You'll get banned and we won't talk about it. No,
but like we say every week, join the Discord, like this video, comment on this video if you will. But join our socials. That's what we need. We need engagement. We need to come and talk to you. We need to...
Yeah, like the stuff. Just drop us a cheeky comment with a thumbs up. Anything. Helps us.
Discord is the one.
Hit share. You don't have to actually share. Just hit share, click copy link, get it all on there. Do it. Just help us out, help the algorithm out, get us pushed. Yeah, we need some subbers. We need subscribers. So get subscribed ASAP Rocky, mate. Need it.
Well, yeah, Discord's the one. Like, we've got big plans, mate, in the future. So, and if you're in the Discord, mate, that's where the announcement get first, mate. They get put in there first. So, yeah, if you want to keep up to date with us, what we got planned and stuff, we're going to be dashing in the Discord, mate. So get in there, join us. There's a few nice people in there already, but we've got like 7 or 8 people in there at the moment.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
Friendly people.
To be fair, I can't tell you because if I say it, they'll be able to. Your face will go missing, mate. But yeah, there's probably about 8 people in there now, which isn't a lot, but it's more than when it was just 2 of us. So yeah, get in there. We're building a community. It's just memes, good times. If you have anything to talk about or want to talk about, people are going to be there to chat with you. So yeah, get involved and like, subscribe.
Don't be afraid.
Go over to TikTok.
Don't be afraid to come in, mate, because we're all friendly there. So
we don't bite.
Just drop a hand. Yeah.
But the main thing is peace and prosperity.
Godspeed.
We love you, and we shall see you in the next one.
And have a good weekend. Bye.
God bless.